The Emerald Charter's Shark Dive with Captain Randy Jordan is a dive that provides photographers, including professionals, an opportunity to get up close and personal with sharks. It started out more like a fishing trip than a dive trip, but it was necessary to catch some fish on the way out to the dive site so they could be used to attract the sharks. The fishing was pretty good, and we caught three nice bonita to use as chum. Randy cut the bonita in a crosswise pattern so that chunks of meat could be torn away and fed to the sharks during the dive. Then we splashed at the deep ledge and made our way out to the dive site, Randy trailing the fish behind like some Pied Piper of sharks. We set up in a good location, and Randy began to tear up the bonita and spread meat and blood around to attract some sharks. Before long, a shadowy figure appeared out of the blue. It was a silky shark. Even as it approached, Randy tapped his spear gun with his dive knife. The noise also served to attract more sharks to the area. The shark swam slowly around the area, eating the bits of fish and meat that were floating in the water. All of the photographers were beginning to get into position for some good shots. Then Randy signaled with his dive alert. He was trying to let me know that there was another shark just behind me. I was startled when another big silky swam past me so close. My lesson was not to become fixated on just one shark, because there may always be others in the area. After that, I kept a 360-degree view. The sharks continued to feed, getting a little more agitated as time went on. They stayed close in to Randy because he was the source of their dinner, one even biting the tip of his spear gun, probably because it had the residual odor of fish on it. The silky shark is a beautiful fish, and we all had ample opportunities to see it up close as it swam by us time and time again. Randy spread some fish meat out near him to get the sharks to come in close. One thing that he likes to do is take a hold of the shark's dorsal fin and turn it over on its back. This causes the shark to go into sort of a catatonic state. He has used this technique to calm sharks so he could help them by removing fishing line that might cause them to become entangled. After the shark escaped his grasp, it just went on feeding as if nothing had happened. Quite a few smaller fish had come into the area so they could partake of the bounty of fish pieces, but they did so at their peril, because another technique that Randy uses to attract sharks is to spear a fish. The blood in the water and the distress signals from the speared fish attracted more sharks to the area. But this time it was a different kind of shark that came in to feed, a dusky shark. Duskies are much more aggressive feeders. They're often found with fish hooks in their mouths after taking the bait from fishermen and then breaking away. The dusky immediately went to feeding. It wasn't at all concerned about the presence of the photographers, passing close by and giving them an opportunity for some great shots. When it came by me, I could see that it had a fish hook in its mouth and was trailing some fishing line. Before long, another dusky showed up. It was checking out all the photographers to see if any of them was giving away treats. It was really persistent, and some of the divers had to push it away with their cameras. It may have been attracted to them because some of the photographers had attached strips of meat to their camera housings and strobes. Randy signaled the presence of yet another dusky until there were more around than I could follow. I tucked my feet up under me and pulled my elbows in so none of them would be tempted to bite me. Then we just watched them feed until the food was gone and they went on their way. I appreciated the opportunity to be in the presence of these animals. It was an awesome dive.